Chapter 1033, Flame Emperor's Ambition. Translator, Nuobo Studio. Editor, Nuobo Studio. Inside the palace, Luo Feng, who was already dissatisfied with Flame Emperor, was infuriated. Force armor belongs to me, he thought. Whether I am able to use it or not, and whether I might lose it or not, has nothing to do with you. I'm here to take the Force armor under Master Zhao Shan. He's command, and all you need to do is give me the Force armor. Why you rambling? Though Luo Feng was full of anger, his only choice was to suppress it. Flame Emperor looked at Luo Feng. Grinning. Brother, he said, train yourself well and become a Universe Knight. Then you can use the Force armor. Luo Feng smiled. Second brother, he said. I was able to survive being hunted by all the great beings in the universe without Force armor. If I can get Force armor now, I'll be much more powerful and far less likely to die. You don't need to worry about me. Second brother, just give me the Force armor. Don't take any chances. Flame Emperor shouted. His voice trembled Luo Feng's soul. Force armor is a super true treasure desired even by universe masters. How can you dare attempt to try your luck? Flame Emperor stared at Luo Feng. His power permeated outward like a physical force, suppressing Luo Feng like mountains. Force armor may have belonged to you, but it was, after all, created by Master Zhao Shan Qi after endless time and energy. You should be able to guarantee that you won't lose it. I'm doing so for your own best interests. Train yourself and become a Universe Knight, then I'll give you the Force armor. Flame Emperor's voice rumbled, shaking Luo Feng's soul. However, Luo Feng's willpower was robust, and even without Tower Pearl, it was as strong as that of a universe overlord. Flame Emperor was only a powerful universe master proficient in close combat. He wasn't able to change a universe overlord's mind with his voice alone. Heng! Flame Emperor suddenly became furious, and the entire palace was trapped in anger. His power suppressed. Luo Feng, third brother, Flame Emperor said, I've been keeping the Force armor for you for hundreds of millions of years under the order of Master Zhao Shan Qi, and I'll give it to you when you're strong enough. Although you can utilize the Force armor, you're still weak, and I'm doing this for your best interest. If you lose the Force armor, you'll disappoint Master Zhao Shan Qi. Don't worry about that. Luo Feng was firm. I'll tell Master Zhao Shan Qi myself if I lose it. Tell him? How are you going to tell him? Flame Emperor asked him. It's none of your business, Luo Feng answered. Just because you've accomplished a little bit, you became so arrogant? Flame Emperor shook his head. Luo Feng looked at Flame Emperor and said calmly, no need to say more, second brother. I'm here today to take Force armor. Are you going to give it to me or not? You're not powerful enough, said Flame Emperor. But Luo Feng cut him off. I don't have the power to take it from you if you're not willing to give it to me. My only recourse is to tell Master Zhao Shan Qi later. If Master Zhao Shan Qi thinks you should still keep Force armor, I won't bother you again. Luo Feng slightly bowed. I'll show myself out. Recommended for you. Recommended by Join the millions of traders achieving success with our platform. Join the millions of traders achieving success with our platform. Sponsored by FXTM. Luo Feng turned around and started to leave. Flame Emperor was startled. He had never said that he was unwilling to give up force armor. He wanted Luo Feng to back off on his own. Flame Emperor believed that if Luo Feng gave up, Master Zhao Shanqi wouldn't meddle. After all, it was Luo Feng who conceded first. Flame Emperor couldn't say no directly, as it contradicted the order of Master Zhao Shanqi. Third brother, Flame Emperor yelled. However, Luo Feng didn't stop. Stop! Flame Emperor yelled. His voice shook the very space and time around him. Luo Feng went back to the palace after seeing the scenes around him change. He looked at Flame Emperor and said, "Why are you stopping me? I'm going to see Master Zhao Shanqi. When did I say I was refusing to give it to you?" demanded Flame Emperor. "I was just telling you that you're weak. But if you really want it regardless of my warnings, then I'll have to give it to you. Don't blame me if you lose it in the future. This is force armor." Flame Emperor turned his hands around, and a set of exquisite, diamond armor appeared on his palm. There were engravings dimming on the armor. The force armor was like a heavenly god in Flame Emperor's hands, and Luo Feng held his breath looking at it. Gazing at force armor, Luo Feng was thrilled. It was derived from many more solid pieces of armor: general armor, king armor, and emperor armor, and it was a superior true treasure prepared by Zhao Shanqi for his third disciple. Even a pinnacle universe master like Flame Emperor was reluctant to give it away. After all, he had never obtained a true treasure like force armor or Flame Emperor halberd on his own. "What are you still waiting for?" Flame Emperor said. Luo Feng reached out his hands, and his godly power wound around the force armor like threads. He pierced force armor with a trace of his godly power and seared his life imprint in it, and at the same time, ancient information on force armor flooded Luo Feng's mind. Luo Feng put force armor into his world ring. "Second brother, I'll take my leave now," said Luo Feng with a smile. "I'll come back and see you again, if I have the chance. You can come here whenever you want," Flame Emperor said. Luo Feng left the main palace immediately and walked along the portal separating the space palaces and the outside. The palaces were isolated from the surrounding space ripples, which meant it was impossible to teleport outside. The only one who could do that was Flame Emperor, the owner of the palace. Luo Feng teleported himself immediately after leaving the palaces and left the territory of the Flame God race using the God Country transportation of one of his slaves. Flame Emperor stood outside the main palace, leaning against the handrail as Luo Feng left using God Country transportation. "Heng, third brother," Flame Emperor whispered. "Impressive. Both of the two candidates died during life or death inheritance, yet you survived." Although he claimed that Luo Feng was lucky, he knew clearly that Zhao Shanqi had a wide range of options for his disciple. There were billions of beings in each generation on Earth, and Luo Feng was the first one to succeed in billions of years. Even without Zhao Shanqi's training, he was exceptional. Flame Emperor had become who he was today after endless suffering. But he knew that the obstacles Zhao Shanqi gave him were not tricky. Life or death inheritance was the most terrifying one. "He took the force armor in the end," Flame Emperor said, slowly calming himself down. Though he was wary of Luo Feng, he knew that even if Luo Feng became a Universe Master with Star Tower, he was, at most, an exceptional Universe Master who could suppress him. Being a Universe Master was not enough to kill him. Unless he became a Universe Supreme Master. There are only few Universe Supreme Masters in the universe. As long as a race has a Universe Supreme Master, it's a pinnacle race. Only superpowers who have Universe Supreme Masters on their side are the real top-tier superpowers. They're able to turn back time to resurrect universe overlords, and they can withstand the backlash from the universe easily. They all have exceptional skills. They're able to control the sky and land wherever they go, and even universe law has to avoid them. Master Zhao Shanqi is one of them. Only if someone becomes a Supreme Master can they be at the top of the universe. Flame Emperor's eyes gleamed with desire. He wasn't willing to be second best to anyone, which was why he had always been so determined to improve his power sharply. Though he had Zhao Shanqi as his teacher, he had made his breakthrough mainly through independent practice. He already stood among the top-tier universe masters, and he was only one step away from becoming a Universe Supreme Master. The term, Supreme Master, was self-explanatory enough. They were considered the most powerful beings in existence. They were able to dominate an entire territory of the universe. They could wander the universe alone without fear of being disturbed. They could also admit talents as their disciples by robbing other races without being stopped. I'll be at your level if I can take one step further. Master Zhao Shanqi, Flame Emperor said. He turned around and walked back to his palace. ****** Human territory, Ganwu Universe Country. Moshe Luo Feng walked out of a pit on an arid planet. My god country is 3,300 light-years away. Moshe body stepped forward. In no time, he traveled 1,000 light-years forward. Moshe body was able to merge with space better than universe knights, and when becoming a special life form after absorbing the essence from space heart, Moshe body had been able to perfectly merge with space. He had even gained the talent technique domain, by which he could teleport himself 100 light-years at one time. After becoming undying, his godly power and mind were significantly improved, and he could teleport himself as far as universe knights. He entered the space interlayer after 3 teleportations. He teleported once more and entered his god country. The god country was boundless, and the remote ocean was expanding slowly. In the sky above the remote ocean, Luo Feng walked out from the gleaming golden palace and stood on the waves. Force armor. Luo Feng was covered by a suit of transparent armor, which had completely integrated with his godly body. Each fiber of force armor was combined with Luo Feng's muscles and organs, and boundless strength filled his body. The power felt magnificent, omnipotent. Luo Feng closed his eyes and reveled in it. No wonder it's a true treasure prepared by Master Zhao Shanqi. Luo Feng exclaimed. He had already received the information while with Flame Emperor. Force armor was a special suit of armor. Unlike other true treasures that required law comprehension to be utilized, force armor required the strength of godly bodies, like soldier armor, general armor, and king armor. The sturdier the godly body was, the more powerful force armor would be. Hong, a gigantic shadow, suddenly appeared. It was Golden Horned Beast. Luo Feng smiled. Try the force armor on, he said. Su. The transparent armor flew toward Golden Horned Beast like a beam of light, merging with the godly body of Golden Horned Beast. Second brother, do I sense that are you reluctant to give me the force armor? Luo Feng gazed at Flame Emperor.